Welcome to our pregame interview. I'm Ella Pinkney. Here with me today are some members from our boys basketball team. Joining us today from Hope Gas are President Mr. Morgan O'Brien, Vice President Ms. Janelle Carver, and Contractor Mr. Larry Snyder, as well as our very own head basketball Maids coach, Joe Nichols. Now I will turn it over to our LCN reporters who will ask some questions. Here with our first question is Manny Robinson.
Thanks, Ella, and a big thank you to Hope Gas. We are excited to use this improved facility. My first question is, what inspired Hope Gas to get involved with this project?
Morgan. So what inspired Hope Gas was actually it's the basketball coach, right? Joe's an important part of our team, not only your coach, but he's an important part of the Hope Gas team. And if you ever want to convince somebody the need for something, the best advice, and Joe followed it, was to bring us down and showed it to us. So both Janelle and I came down here and we saw two things. One, we saw the passion of Joe. He raised money to put this incredible locker room together. So we knew there was a lot of fire and a lot of passion there. And then we saw the gym, and no offense to anybody, but I've been in a lot of gyms, and I said, this is probably one of the worst gyms I've ever been in. And with Joe's passion and really, I'll just say it, some amazing people like Larry, we just decided this is something that we wanted to be a part of. Part of our story is that we're trying to move the state of West Virginia forward. And you don't really do that if the people who live here, the families, and particularly the students, don't feel the hope for the future. And so we felt like the kids in Lewis County deserve to have an amazing gym because we think their future is amazing. And we want them to feel that way, and hopefully, just keep going with the Hope Gas hope here. Someday they come and work for Hope Gas. So I'll let Janelle add her 2 cents as well.
I completely agree with Morgan. Joe Nichols is an excellent salesman besides being an excellent coach. But the fact that he brought us down here, he walked us through it. We stood on the floor. He explained how dangerous it's becoming for the students here and the teams. And, we realized we have to do something and have a partnership to do something. But just to echo on what Morgan said, the other piece of this is a lot of our employees, not just Joe, come through Lewis County High. Their kids are here in Lewis County. Our operational hub is here in Lewis County. And it was important for us to not only give the kids here a facility that they can look at every day and see that Hope Gas is more than just a natural gas provider to their homes, but also the fact that we really want to partner with the school, with the partners in education and the future of the students, and hope, keying off the word, that we can really keep the kids here in West Virginia in their future, and maybe they would recognize Hope Gas as a great employment opportunity for them.
So first of all, I want to say that these improvements are really great, and it won't just benefit the athletes; it'll also benefit the PE students and everyone else who uses the gym. So my first question, if you guys don't mind me asking, is how much did this project cost?
So the question is, how much did this project cost? And I'll just say this: it's been such an enlightenment for me. I'm new to West Virginia, so I'm probably the only person in this room who can't say I grew up here. But what I've learned is there's some amazing people who sometimes are the quietest folks, guys like Larry Snyder, who literally the first time we were in a meeting talking about this, he said to me, Morgan, I can remove that gym floor. I have teams of people that will do the work here, and we'll do it for nothing, right? So you have a construction project with people with incredible hearts who, as quietly, Hope Gas's name is all over this court, so we realize that. But Larry's a person who I bet has touched more things in the state than we'll ever know. But I would just say that it cost his sweat equity, his time and effort, because he cares about people in the county and really wants to see kids like you all have a better future. I don't know, Larry, you want to add your 2 cents to what it cost you to spend all that time and effort?
Yeah. It was like a team effort. Hope Gas came in at the very top and then it was then I had to go find a few more $100,000. So everybody chipped in. The county commission came along. It was just a big group effort. I needed a new sound system. We had Hardman Trucking, AJ Burke, and McCarty. Yeah, it's a total group effort to get the project complete.
And I got one more question for you guys. So, how come you guys chose our school?
Right back to Morgan. So again, I'm not the West Virginian here, but Joe and Janelle actually educated me that this is the only high school in Lewis County, right? So kids from all over the county depend on this school, and a lot of the kids from Lewis County don't go on to college, right? They do other things. We're a company where most of our employees didn't go to college. They learn to work with their hands. They learn skills. They become really valuable people, and it all just fit. It was like, this is a group of students who we want to support and show that there is a bright future, regardless of whether you go to college or not. And an opportunity for you may or may not be to work in our industry and to support your family and have a good family sustaining job. But that was the message we wanted to send. And Lewis County checked all the boxes. I mean, had a passionate employee right in the heart of our service territory with lots of employees that touched this school. But also I'll just say it, the fact that when I looked at that gym, I felt like it was the forgotten school, right? And we wanted to shine a light on it. And we hope all the kids who come to school here, whether it's play basketball or PE class, feel like there's a little bit brighter light shining on them because of this.
Thank you, and I'm going to hand it off to Lucas Middlesbrough.
So I have a couple questions for you guys, and my first question is, who did Hope Gas work with to get the work done, and did you guys have any donors?
Yeah, you want to do it or you want me to do it? So our donors and who did we work with? We started out working with R.L. Huffman. Dan Huffman, he is on the Kentucky line. He is a West Virginia company, and talking with Morgan and Janelle, we wanted to keep it in West Virginia. Everything to do is based on West Virginia, so we did keep the in-house company in West Virginia. And we worked with R.L. Huffman. They are the ones who did the bleachers, the scoreboards, and the floor. And then we also, we had donors. There was multiple people, like Larry said, it was a group effort and multiple people jumping in on this. It was Hope Gas, Snyder Construction, the LC County Commission, Dwayne Doss, Doss Enterprises. You had AJ Burke, Adam Burkhammer. You had Kevin Hardman with Hardman Trucking. You had John McCarty with McCarty Septic Services. Eastern Gas also donated labor. And then you also had TJ Designs, who did the graphics. And I think that was about it. And the last guy, yes, I did forget. We just finished the sound system about an hour and a half ago. Yes, he was cleaning up, and yes, United Sound. Jeremy and Keith from Bridgeport did a fantastic job of getting it done before the deadline. And yes, and he made me sweat. Actually, he called me Monday evening, and I asked him. I said, I guess we're not going to make the December 4th deadline. And he said, I'm going to test it. He said, if you can get me the next 2 days, I'm going to get it finished. So, and he held true to his word. So.
Thank you. I just want to add that the gym looks amazing and everybody is happy with how it turned out. Thank you. I have one more question. How long did it take from start to finish the gym?
So we started, we tore the bleachers down from August 12th to the 16th. The upstairs bleachers, we tore those down in that aspect. And then we started tearing the floor up August 25th. And the completed date for the sound system and all would be December 4th. But we had everything pretty much finished up end of September. Yeah, end of September, first into October, first 2 weeks October, we were really cleaning up and really just finishing up the project in a whole. So I would say second week October.
As a student, like every day coming into school, looking through the gym windows, I just want to say that it was done really fast.
Well, I just want to say thank you again to you all. And does anybody have anything else they'd like to add?
I can finish it. So, I mean, and Morgan and Janelle don't know this. So, like, this started really about 3 years ago. It was our first shop hop, actually, at Jane Lou. And I was sitting there sweating bullets back in the back with Tim Bailey because you have a public figure like Morgan and Janelle that came in. They're new to us. We're nervous to meet them for one, but also you look at what he had done in the past, and all you have to do is Google his name and read some articles, and he's done a lot of amazing things. So I'm sitting in the back sweating, and Tim Bailey looks at me, and he goes, "The worst he can do, Joe, is say no." so I was like, well, okay. So I waited my time, and I actually waited in a line that wrapped around the room that everybody was talking to him, and I got up to him last and said, well, I would like you to come look and take a look at our gyms and see if you could help us out. I said, we're a county that has one school in one high school in the county. You know, we haven't had an upgrade to a facility in 30 years. The school was built in 1994. So it kind of started like that. And I mean, it was just, yeah. And then it was come in and, but like the aspect is like, once he looked at it, and Janelle even told me this, is like, I'm going to have to hold him back because I think he's ready to cut a check right now. so I was like, oh, no, don't do that. But no, I mean, he took it. I mean, he grabbed the bull by the horns, I guess you could say. And, you know, he rounded up Larry and put a great team of people together. I know he gives us the credit, but also, I mean, he's the one who got us here. I mean, he's the one who jump-started the project and got the people here. And I'm going to add this, is like, he's done an amazing thing for Lewis County, but, you know, he's far more stretched out than that. He has taken West Virginia and the job infrastructure and keeps growing it. And it's just going to keep growing. And it's a great place to work at. Great people, great bosses. And, like, you never need to be scared of the man because he's one of you. He'll sit at a tailgate with you and hang out and talk. And, I mean, he introduced me to Darren DeVries. Was like my life was, like, complete. So I'm sitting there talking to Darren, and, you know, it's just he's a great man. Janelle is a great woman. They're great to work for. So we can't thank you enough, Larry, and everybody for what you guys have done. So thank you. I think that's all I have, Ella.
Yep. Well, I think we all just want to say thank you, and thank you for your time.
Well, good morning, Owen. Nice of you to join us today. Missed out on anything important lately?
No, it's all good. I can catch up later.
No, every time you miss something important. Last week, I learned this great tip on time management. It's really helping me out.
Nathan, you and your perfect attendance. I'll be fine. I'll catch up.
So here's the thing, Owen. Every day you miss, you lose out on progress, you miss out on instruction. And it's important that you're here physically, but it's even more important that you're here mentally. You just can't catch up. It's hard to catch up when you miss.
Exactly. I remember a student that skipped a lot last year, and he was so far behind that he didn't get into the college he wanted. In fact, he was so far behind that he didn't know what he needed to make up to get into college.
Wow. Didn't realize missing a day is that important.
You'd be surprised. It's like building a puzzle. Every class or meeting, it's a piece. Miss too many, and picture doesn't really come together.
And the more pieces you collect, things get clearer. Attendance isn't just about being counted. It's about being present in your own success.
So here's the thing. Every day you're here, you're stacking up pieces of that puzzle and building skills.
I think I get it. I'll come to school more often.
That's the spirit.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the alma mater first, and then the national anthem after that. Tonight's honor guard and the AFJTC color guard tonight on right rifle is Cadet Captain Adam Dinkello. The United States flag is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Trenton Roberts. The West Virginia flag is Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Gavin Marsh. And the left rifle is Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Dominic Miller. If you would please stand for the alma mater, then after that, the national anthem. Thank you.
Welcome back to the broadcast of the hometown Minute Maids versus the Buckhannon Upshur Buccaneers. We're coming to you live from the George Whalen press box inside the LCHS gymnasium for tonight's Big Ten matchup. I'm Zane Stewart.
And I'm Dusty Metzger.
The Maids are aiming to build some momentum after a tough week last week and are looking ahead to a busy schedule this week. They are entering with a record of 8-8. The Buccaneers are coming off a difficult loss to Parkersburg South, also have a hectic week ahead. That are holding an 8-10 record. This Route 33 rivalry is promising to be a good one.
Yeah, this is Chapter 2 of this Route 33 rivalry for the season, with Lewis County picking up a big win over at Buckhannon earlier in the season. I believe it was the first win of the season, actually. One of those games where Lewis County just kept going at their pace and eventually pulled away in the third quarter. Kind of been the MO the last couple of years. Should be interesting to see if we can get a repeat tonight, Zane.
Your starters for Buckhannon Upshur tonight is number 1, Aubrey Key, number 11, Allie Key, number 15, Brooklyn Smith, number 22, Alyssa Abel, and number 34, Harley Dean. And now for your Minute Maid starters. Starting with number 1, Peyton Goodwin.
(5'1", plays like she's 6'1".
Indeed. Number 5, Kira Vinson.
Kira getting a start tonight.
Number 11, Ella Pinkney. Number 23, Alexis Paget. And last but certainly not least, number 30, Bryn Hunt.
Really excited to get started here, Zane. We should mention, though, that we're on the cusp of some history tonight for one of our seniors.
That's right. We are 3 points away, I believe, from Ella Pinkney's 1,000-point mark. I imagine they're going to hit it, try to get the ball in their hands pretty fast today.
Yeah, I think Coach Nichols wants to get it out of the way. You know, there's a little bit of pomp and circumstance to that, and rightfully so. I believe she'll only be the fourth, possibly the fifth girl to reach 1,000 points at our school.
Quite the accomplishment there for Ella Pinkney tonight. As we head towards tip-off, we've got number 22, Alyssa Abel, and number 23, Alexis Paget, meeting at half court.
Should be a good one. Players to watch, obviously, for Buckhannon. Alyssa Abel and Harley Dean did a lot of the heavy lifting as they kept the game close in the first half, in the last meeting. So,
also worth noting, Alyssa Abel averaging a double-double coming into tonight's game.
She's an excellent player.
That ball swatted away by Goodwin there, and they're back on their own half of the court. Paget, Goodwin trapping, and that's a turnover. Slow it down. Goodwin shoots a three. It's no good. Rebound by the Buccaneers. Smith now taking it up the court.
Goodwin lost her footing there for a second. Sounded like the Buckhannon crowd wanted that to be an ankle breaker. I don't think that classifies, Zane.
Nah, didn't get quite out of position enough for it. Abel trying to get the ball to Smith, but that'll be last touch by Smith going out of bounds. Minute Maids back in possession.
It's all about forcing turnovers for the Minute Maids, and they forced somewhere near 30 in the last matchup with Buckhannon, 2 already tonight.
Vincent will take her first three of the night, and it's good. Vincent can be definitely a player to watch if she gets hot in tonight's contest. That ball is going to go way over the head, and Key trying to save it, but it'll go right to Goodwin instead. She's got a layup. It's good.
That's one of those ones maybe you want to let it go out.
Yeah, let it slow down a little bit instead. Fast break opportunity is able to turn that into 2 points for the Minute Maids.
Another steal from Paget. That's 4 turnovers in the first minute and a half.
Swinging it. Hunt, she'll take a three. It's no good. Rebound, Buckhannon. That's Abel with the board. Key taking it up the court for the Lady Buccaneers.
Going to be a foul on that play. I believe that's going to be on Ella.
Abel now at the line for the Buckhannon Buccaneers, and she currently shoots 56% from the line, but has had 108 attempts. So
yeah, she definitely gets to the line. She's a very physical player. Gotten plenty of time since her freshman year. Obviously one you circle to stop.
As her first one's good, the second one is up and good, and she'll cash that in for the first 2 points of the Buccaneers tonight.
That stroke from the free throw line looked better than 56%.
That looked like 100% there.
Yeah.
Pinkney, three. This one makes 1,000, but it'll be short.
Abel got a piece of that one, I believe.
Pinkney trying to track her down. Smart play, not fouling. It'll go hard off the glass, back into possession of the Maids. Paget driving, kicking out. That's Hinkle. She'll swing it. Good one, three. It's no good. Rebound by Smith. She'll get it over to Key. Key getting it up the floor. Abel's on the floor, and we've got a whistle. And I believe this is going to be Ella Pinkney picking up her second. pretty quick.
Yeah, 2 quick fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Definitely not a player you want to see get in some early foul trouble. Definitely going to be somebody that's needed throughout tonight's game. And that one is going to be out of bounds.
Ruled off the Maids.
Last touch by the Maids. It's Smith inbounding for the Buccaneers off the shoe of Pinkney, and that'll stay out of bounds.
The number of steals Pinkney's gotten guarding the inbounder in her career, I would love to know that because she seems like she gets a couple almost every game.
That one getting tipped and almost going back across the half-court line, but it won't. And that's Smith with 2 there as the Buccaneers are back now within a point.
Dean with a good job there making the extra pass. Kick ball. It's very similar to the way the first game between these two teams started. Buckhannon was going over the top on the press break. Expect to see that tonight once we get that set up.
Pinkney with the ball, top of the key. Looking to drive, kicking it out to Paget. Good one, 3. It's good.
Great pass there from Paget. That's wow. Ref swallowed his whistle on that one. It's very difficult to call these games at the pace they're played at, Zane.
Good one, driving, layup, little hard off the backboard. Now it's heading the other way. It's Key with the ball. She'll slow it down for the Buccaneers.
I can't imagine having to dribble the ball up the court and knowing that Peyton Goodwin's in your rearview mirror. Because she's going to find a way to get her hand on the ball.
One of the little bit bigger turnouts of student sections than we've seen here recently. We had a couple really big student sections towards the beginning of the season. It's died down a little bit through some of these colder, harder to drive conditions, and a decent sized turnout tonight.
Yeah, including one of our own, Caden Smith, down there, just in the student section tonight. Caden does a great job up here in the booth, but we're letting him just hang out with the guys tonight.
Yeah, today he wanted to pretend like he's normal. Caden, you know, you're still one of us. Abel now with the ball. Looking to drive. Layup, no good, and that'll be swatted out of bounds. And it'll be last touch by the Buccaneers. Minute Maids take over.
A little bit of a slow start for our Maids on offense, not really getting the penetration from the perimeter, but moving the ball well and getting some open shots despite that. Double dribble is called there. Not entirely sure I saw it. Did you?
No, and I can't say I was, but
yeah, that's an interesting call there.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I was watching off ball there.
Okay, I love that happen. Good one goes down in half court.
That's Dean firing it up, but no good. Dean gets the ball again, driving, blocked by Paget. Dean able to find the ball again, trying to hit it off the leg and make it go out of bounds, but that'll be in the hands of Pinkney instead. Slowing it down, finds Brent Hunt.
A little bit of a miscommunication there, almost threw it away.
Paget looking to drive off the front of the rim.
That's 3 on Ella, and she's upset. You don't want to let that frustration overflow there. You already got 3, and a technical would be 4.
And Pinkney will sub back out, trying to watch some of her foul trouble tonight as Hinkle checks in. And I just now realized I had the stat sheet, and I've done an absolutely horrible job of keeping it. I haven't marked anything.
I think mine's 100% correct, but I don't keep the points. So Lexi Paget has 3 steals early.
That is a pretty darn good stat for the first quarter.
On pace for 12. Smith to inbound.
Key launches one up off the back of the glass.
Abel comes up with it, puts it in.
Big pass up. Maids trying to go tempo a little bit, but that'll wind up out of control, and Buccaneers will get an extra possession. We've got subs coming in. It is Egris and Bush coming in.
Right.
And Hinkle.
Coach Nichols.
Hinkle and Curry coming out. I'm sorry. Had to take an extra look. We're going to let you guys get a little look at some of the action you've already seen. Here's some replays of this first quarter.
As Buckhannon's in the 30-second timeout. Having a little technical difficulties here. Not sure if you can hear us. Dean fouled. She'll shoot 2 here with 1:47 remaining in the first. First one's good.
Okay, we are back. That was me and Miss White had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but I think we've got it figured out.
County working the ball around the perimeter. Paget out top here. That's more of a look we've seen from her throughout this season, handling the ball a little bit more on the perimeter.
That's Paget there looking to score, but we're going to have another whistle there. And that one, I think, is going to go on Paget.
Yep. And I believe we're going to be shooting 2.
Yep, the Buccaneers are now into bonus, and they will shoot 2.
You know, really not a great start for the Maids tonight.
No, definitely gotten a lot of early foul trouble, which is never how you want to start the game. And Buckhanon's done a very good job of keeping this close and now has the opportunity to take their first lead of the night. With that one going in, Abel is now 3 for 3 at the line.
Starting to wonder whether that free throw number might be some misinformation you have there.
I don't know, maybe.
She's
She goes
4
4
for 4.
or maybe she just encouraged herself to maybe boost that number a little bit. Either way, Buccaneers with their first lead of the night. And that one from Brent Hunt going in and out, and a rebound for Abel. And we're going to have a travel there on the Buccaneers as Minute Maids get a chance to reclaim their lead with a minute left.
You know, the Maids doing what they need to do in terms of forcing turnovers, forcing 7 here in the first quarter. Can't capitalize on the offensive end so far.
And the foul trouble, as you know, occasionally it can be contributed to the pressure and playing with intensity, forcing turnovers, but really that hasn't been the case this evening. A lot of it's been just miscellaneous stuff that's just come in
Yeah,
large
absolutely.
quantities so far.
Absolutely. Just not getting the shots to fall early. Not really being aggressive driving the perimeter. Egris cuts open there. Vincent puts up another 3.
That one's no good. They'll kick it back out to her, and she'll get it to Goodwin. Goodwin looking to drive over to Hunt. Hunt's got the 3, and that one's no good. Rebound, Paget had a tip a little bit for it, and that's Egris now. No good. Rebound for Dean. 30 seconds left. Pass into Dean. Dean looking to drive. 2, no good. Rebound is really nobody, but it gets hit out of bounds, so that'll be Maids' possession.
Yeah, that was Allie Key knocking it out of the hands of Kenzie Egris back to the Maids.
Hunt trying to get it down low to Egris, but that one will be hit out.
7 seconds here to go. Good one to inbound. Look for something, run for Hunt here, maybe. It looks like Buckhannon's coming in with a very good game plan. They're standing where the ball's supposed to go a lot of the time.
Vincent firing up her third 3. That one is no good. Does not touch the rim. And the game will, well, the quarter will end that way with Buccaneers having a 1-point advantage, 8-9. I would like to go ahead and say I apologize if I sound a little funny tonight. I do have a little bit of a head cold.
You sound fine.
Thank you.
Also, want to thank you guys for inviting me to join you on the broadcast tonight. Was looking forward to it, and I'm having a blast. Not the start Lewis County is looking for. You got to wonder if you put Ella Pinkney back on the floor.
You know, it's one of those situations where, I mean, either way could be the right call or the wrong call. I mean, you can definitely tell that Ella Pinkney's presence has been missed on the floor.
Yeah.
She definitely makes a big impact in the way the Maids play as far as what she can do as a player and as a leader.
Right.
But at the same time, if she picks up even one more foul in this second quarter, you're setting yourself up for a very dangerous second half.
Absolutely.
I mean, a foul out in the third quarter could be the difference in the game.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Nichols very much opting to keep the defensive pressure up, knowing that with Pinkney out there, she's going to have to go at 70% on defense.
Paget getting it, and she'll go for 2. As Minutemen reclaim their lead tonight. Key getting some pressure. She'll loft it up to Abel. Abel now into Dean. Dean looking to kick it back out.
It's Aubrey Key with the ball. Gets a screen there from presumably her sister. Paget is incredibly quick hands on defense.
Brent Hunt trying to jump that pass there. Got a little behind on defense. Vincent trying to steal that one away, and
it'll stay with the Bucks, but the possession arrow is stolen back to Lewis County. That's a nice heads-up play from her. She's playing very tenaciously in her time in JV. Egris gets her hand on the ball. There's going to be a foul.
Yeah, they will get Egress there on that one, as that'll be not her first, not her second, but her third time to the line tonight for Abel. Well, coming into tonight's game, as we've said many times, she was shooting 56% and now has gone 5 for 5, shooting 100% for the line tonight.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe she's just feeling it.
Yeah, she gets to the line, that's for sure. And the game hasn't been played at a crazy pace like the Maids enjoy so far. So starting to look like a dangerous one.
She's gone 6 for 6 at the line now, which attributes over half of their team's points. Hunt trying to get it into Egress. Egress looking, shooting off the board too hard, and that is back in the possession of the Buccaneers. Key looking to take it up the floor. Screen set by Dean. Key kicking it out. Abel driving. And we've got Peyton on the floor. And I think that's going to stay with the Buccaneers off the hands of Peyton.
Yeah. She just got her fingertips on it. Couldn't quite get it saved. But she gave it maximum effort, which is something you've come to expect from her.
Pass into Abel, as that one's going to go right back out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Buccaneers again.
Like to see the Maids try to get the ball to Paget a little bit more, try to get her going on offense.
Big pass there, looking for the other Key sister. Hunt driving, kicking it out to Goodwin for three. She's got it. That's her second of the night.
That's the reverse of how it normally goes. That's normally Peyton to Bren.
Either way, that'll be good for 3 points for the Minute Maids. And their press, keeping them behind. 10-second in a little bit of danger there, but they will get it to cross. That's Smith driving. Pass inside to Allie Key. Key gets it to her sister. That's no good. Rebound Abel. That's no good. And the ball is currently loose. It is still currently loose. And I believe we're getting some whistles and jump ball. Possession arrow does go to the Minute Maids.
You like them getting on the floor there, poking the ball away. You like that, see that scrappiness out of them. Sometimes you can't help it if the ball's going in for you or not. And the one thing you can always control is your effort.
Goodwin looking to pass it in Paget, kicking it out to Hunt for three. That's no good. And Abel now back with the rebound for the Buccaneers. Aubrey Key looking for something. Allie Key setting the screen. And Dean driving but losing the ball. And none other but Goodwin's on top of it.
Timeout.
Timeout called by Coach Nichols there, trying to save from a jump ball. And we're going to have another replay coming at you. Well, officially, we no longer have replays. We have highlights. But that may have been something that we accidentally changed in our technical difficulty. I don't know. I feel like highlight might be a little bit more fitting because I think when you think replay, it's...
Replay, I think that denotes, it's kind of a one-off. Highlight to me is more of a package.
Well, when I think of like a replay, I think of like the play that had just happened. Like if there's, a controversial call on ball placement in football or something that you're looking at like that. But
no, you're right there. Absolutely.
Highlight some of the better plays we've seen tonight, and that's really the only replays we capture. .5:15 left to go in the second quarter, and Bryn Hunt will inbound the ball to Peyton Goodwin.
Lewis County really making it a point to try to get the ball inside a bit more than what they normally have been.
They don't really have a huge size advantage in tonight's game, but apparently they have some sort of matchup that they favor, and that's Curry shooting. No good. That's going to be a rebound for Allie Key, but that'll get turned over, and Bryn Hunt will turn it into a layup.
Yeah.
Full court man-to-man now for the Minute Maids. And Bryn Hunt and Goodwin are trapping. And Zach gets broke. We've got a deep three here from Smith, and that is no good. But rebound by Dean. She'll try her own three. That is also no good.
It's going to stay there off the hands of Pregame. Wasn't sure how that one was going to be ruled. It was kind of a hard one, a quick one for the official to see. Thought maybe we get a call.
That's Abel driving and not scoring. And it'll be Goodwin with the ball there. And we're going to have a foul on the Buccaneers this time. Waiting for the call on who it's on. That'll go on 15, Smith for the Lady Buccaneers. Her first on the evening.
Yeah, you mentioned the Maids record, and we talked about this a little bit before we went on the air. I think the Maids are the best 8-8 team in the state.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. They've played probably one of the toughest schedules in the state and toughest schedules out of the state, if you consider some of the Kentucky teams they had to play.
Yeah, they teams from South Carolina and Kentucky. Great pass from Hinkle. Goodwin can't get it to fall. That'll be a jump ball. Bucks possession. Maids wearing the home whites with the pink accents, as is becoming the custom. It's going to be a long pass to Abel. Paget on the pass defense.
Me and Landon Bush have actually been talking with Miss Robinson, trying to convince her to get pink singlets. We
Okay.
we don't really have a reason or really anything else besides the fact we just want pink singlets. But I don't know. It's been more and more common for teams to get pink uniforms, and I'd like to join the trend.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why not. It's nice to change it up every now and then, wear a different color, wear a special uniform. I very much enjoyed it there for several years when we wear uniforms of previous high schools in the county that were consolidated into Lewis County. Able for 3.
Those are probably some of my favorite jerseys just ever. And that's Smith there finishing with 2. They're still hanging out in the main entrance for the gymnasium, I do believe.
Yeah.
This will be Smith's first time to the line, as it's usually Abel for the Lady Buccaneers. And a chance to tie up this game. Well, no, this is an and 1.
Right. Just the one shot to get within 1. Still not seeing Pinkney back. Probably won't until the second half. Abel uses her size to get position there.
And that ball will be back, rebounded by Bryn Hunt, and up the court for the Minute Maids. It's Goodwin looking, driving, and she'll be fouled as she goes to the glass.
Yeah, Buckhannon really massive rebounding advantage at this point. Abel by herself has more rebounds in Lewis County.
What is that number?
That number is 6.
That is pretty good. Abel, like I mentioned earlier, is the one averaging a double-double for Buckhannon. She's averaging 16.5 points a game, as well as 10.6 rebounds a game. So I don't think she's a stranger to getting rebounds, but 6 in 1.5 quarters is a pretty impressive number.
Oh, absolutely. And, we have Peyton coming in shooting 80% from the free throw line and missing one. So maybe it's backward night.
I don't know. That's a big Hail Mary pass, and that'll be swatted out of bounds by Egers, but it will stay with the Buccaneers.
You'd like to come away with the steal there, but her knocking the ball out, let your defense get back. It saves you a layup.
If that ball's caught, even if, it stays on the ground there, you're almost guaranteed to sacrifice a foul as they start driving to the basket. So
absolutely, yeah.
Knocking it out definitely is one of the safer plays, and she'll do it right again as Egers knocks that ball out for a second time. Buccaneers now taking it out from the baseline.
You know what they always say with the Route 33 rivalry, you might as well throw out the records. And I think that's being shown here tonight.
Always a game played with just a little bit more passion than any other. Egress, a 3. She'll pass to Bush for a long 2. She's got it.
That's a great pass. Good looking shot there.
And we have Dean appears to be limping towards the bench.
I didn't see what happened there.
I don't exactly know what's wrong with it, but
she's in a lot of pain. Well, we hope she's all right there.
Definitely in some discomfort. As for the first time, we'll have a change up in the players for Buckhannon, which has been a very far point in tonight's game. But we got number 3, Feather, onto the court for the first time tonight.
Goodwin going to be charged with that foul. Lewis County has moved the lead to 5 here. Allie Key will shoot 2.
Her first one off the bank and good.
Curry back in for Egress.
Second spot shot for Smith will hit the back iron and it bounce out.
You know, in that balance of calls that are missed in your favor, that was one.
Definitely. That pass going over to Hinkle. She'll take a 3. She's got it. That's her first triple of the night.
See, something interesting here. Hinkle and Vincent both had JV minutes tonight where they both struggled from the three-point line, and they both hit one in the first half here in the varsity game.
Well, it's certainly helping out the varsity as that extends their lead to 7 with just over 2 minutes of play in the first half.
There's a really big drop-off for the Bucks when both Dean and Abel aren't on the floor. Yeah, you need them out there as a tandem.
Definitely see their presence. Feather there getting to the line, drawing a foul. I believe this one's going to go on Bryn Hunt. I don't know if that is her second or her third. I know she has one an earlier.
First, according to the table announcement.
Feather's first shot is good as that takes the lead down to 6. And her second shot is not, and we've got another whistle.
I believe it hit the line off of Abel's hand. Officials confer.
With just under 2 minutes left now, it is the Maids with possession of the ball, and it's Curry setting a screen. Pass over to Hunt. She'll take a deep 3. She's got it.
Who was that pass from there?
I believe Goodwin.
Okay.
Goodwin had the ball, and Curry set the screen. Bryn Hunt getting the steal, and that is layups no good. And that'll be in the hands of the Buccaneers. It's Smith now with the ball, but a lot of pressure here for the Minute Maids. And there they'll finally break it. It's Smith now. And Goodwin takes it there. Getting it into the hands of Brent Hunt. And crowd is getting into it a little bit. That's Curry. 3. No good.
I think we're going to get Smith on a push in the back. Officials having a conversation there.
Aubrey Key and them appear to be having a little chit-chat. The ref is smiling. Key is not. I don't know if that's a good indicator or not.
I don't want to be controversial here, but the ref was being very judicious there. A lot of referees would have reached for the whistle on that.
Showing a little bit of kindness. Nothing else.
Why not? Yeah.
Feather now with the ball. She'll get it over to Smith for 3. No good. Rebound Key. And I think we're going to have 2 shots for Key. Who the foul's on is still pending. And they're going to get, I believe, Peyton Goodwin on that one. According to the table, that will be Peyton Goodwin's first.
The Bucks doing a great job of staying in this game from the free throw line.
I don't know how many of their points exactly have came through the three-point line, but I know that both Smith has 2, Feather has 1.
And that's going to be a foul.
Abel has 6. If my math is right, then I think 9 of their points come from the free-throw line.
Yeah, I believe so. That's more than half.
Peyton taking the ball up the court for the Minute Maids. Looking at the same look there with Curry setting the screen. This time it's Hinkle with the open 3. That one's going to be long. Rebound, Curry. She'll put it back up. And it falls.
Addie Curry with the big girl rebound there.
Ripping it out of the hands of the Buckhannon defender there. Definitely the kind of hustle we want to see. And we're going to have Allie Key tripped up there. And
I would have had trouble if I were Addie there not flexing some muscles after that one.
Peyton hitting the floor on that one, and I believe her arm tripped up Allie Key, and that's going to send Allie Key to the line with just under 30 seconds.
Yeah, that one would have been a nice tackle in the secondary on Friday night in the fall.
It would have been. As her first shot goes.
You know, sometimes I think that the Maids have kind of spoiled us as fans and watchers of the team because, you know, we have an 8-point lead right now, and it doesn't feel like we're doing very well at all.
No, they definitely have a way of choosing the tempo of the game, and, you know, I don't think people understand how much tempo can affect the game in that sort of sense. If you can control the tempo, you essentially control the game, and that's Key taking a long 3, and we're going to have the clock stopped with just over 2 seconds left before we go into half.
What's going to be interesting is how far can Peyton Goodwin dribble this ball before shooting?
About half court, and that had just about the perfect distance, just
I couldn't
good bit to the right.
I couldn't tell if it was on line from here. I was definitely getting ready to stand up.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a depth problem here from the press box. Can't really see when it's far on the right. But that'll put you at 26 Minute Maids, 18 Buccaneers as we go into the locker room for halftime. Any first half thoughts there?
Kind of mirroring the first game between Buckhannon and Lewis County. Lewis County slowly starting to pull away in spite of Buckhannon doing a really good job getting the ball inside, getting second and third chance opportunities, and getting to the free throw line while making their free throws. Lewis County got some three-pointers to fall, scored in bunches there, had 8 at the end of the first, finished, had 18 in that quarter.
Still curious to see when we get Pinkney back in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if she starts in the third quarter and waits for her 4th foul to pick up.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
Still waiting the 1,000-point mark, and
hasn't had a good look so far. We didn't expect that coming in, and you know, with that on you, she knows that's coming. There's got to be added pressure there.
Oh, I guarantee it is. I don't know. It's definitely going to be tricky. I figured that they'd have like a starter plan, something to get her an open look right off the whistle. But early foul trouble has kept her on the sidelines tonight, and it's made an impact in the game as well as that.
Absolutely. She has what, like 5 minutes played tonight of the 16?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to give you a few commercials and or replays as we take a
At Country Roads Physical Therapy in Weston, the heart of West Virginia, we are dedicated to helping you get back on your feet. Whether recovering from an injury, managing chronic pain, or improving mobility, our caring team offers personalized treatment plans tailored to your needs. With a comfortable, welcoming atmosphere and a focus on compassionate care, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Country Roads Physical Therapy, where your road to recovery begins.
This commercial is brought to you by LCHS.
Well, good morning, Owen. Nice of you to join us today. Missed out on anything important lately?
No, it's all good. I can catch up later.
You know, every time you miss something important. Last week, I learned this great tip on time management. It's really helping me out.
Nathan, you and your perfect attendance. I'll be fine. I'll catch up.
See, here's the thing, Owen. Every day you miss, you lose out on progress, you miss out on instruction. And it's important that you're here physically, but it's even more important that you're here mentally. You just can't catch up. It's hard to catch up when you miss.
Exactly. I remember a student that skipped a lot last year, and he was so far behind that he didn't get into the college he wanted. In fact, he was so far behind that he didn't know what he needed to make up to get into college.
Wow. Didn't realize missing a day is that important.
You'd be surprised. It's like building a puzzle. Every class or meeting, it's a piece. Miss too many, and the picture doesn't really come together.
And the more pieces you collect, things get clearer. Attendance isn't just about being counted. It's about being present in your own success.
So here's the thing. Every day you're here, you're stacking up pieces of that puzzle and building skills.
I think I get it. I'll come to school more often.
That's the spirit.
In the press box right now, we have someone who's never been in the press box, actually. Unfamiliar face. I'm joking, of course. It's the loved Caden Smith. How's it like being a student?
It's very different from being up here. Kind of takes me back to yesterday. I was watching the WVU game. I get to cheer a little bit. Something I don't get to do up here. Really, I've had fun trying to throw off the free throws from BU. It's not working. It
It's
has
not-
a little bit, but
It's
not
not
very
working
much.
at all there, Caden. We've got Abel shooting 6 for 6 when she came in tonight, averaging 56. You got to do better.
You know, I think we got to move the student section over here, but it is what it is. I think if you're Lewis County, though, we got to minimize the fouls going into the second half. We've been in the bonus both quarters. Luckily, we got out of the first quarter without sending them to the free throw line. So it's definitely going to come down to the wire, come to the fourth quarter. It's going to be one to watch for sure, especially as the Maids have a busy week in front of them.
I agree with absolutely everything you just said. Real quick, Caden, what's your opinions on Ella Pinkney reaching her 1,000 mark here soon if she can stay out of foul trouble?
I think with the 3 fouls that she has, we're going to see her late, and I hope that she hits a 3 to get her into the 1,000 career points, and I hope that Bryn Hunt is close to her 200th 3-point pointer in her career. Oh, we've already crossed that mark? Oh, okay. So something new. So she's 6 away. So something maybe toward the end of the week to look forward to.
I mean, knowing how Bryn Hunt can shoot on any given day, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she hits that her very next game.
You know, she could turn around and hit it in the second half.
She's done that kind of numbers before.
Alrighty, I'm gonna hand it back off to Dusty, and I'm gonna go enjoy myself.
All right, have fun, Caden.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Caden. Getting ready to start here. About 20 seconds to go. Yeah, the rebounding advantage right now is 16 Buckhannon, Upshur, and 7 Lewis County in the first half.
Yeah, that definitely not a stat you gotta like if you're a Lewis County fan here.
And we are going to see Pinkney off the bat.
Definitely gonna have to play some clean ball here, though. Can't really play too much, especially transitional defense, but can definitely still make a big impact in tonight's game.
Yeah, really, we just need a repeat of that second quarter. We outscored Buckhannon in that quarter 18-9. We get another one of those, it's going to feel good here.
They're already up to an 8-point lead. If we get another quarter where we outscore them by 9, that increases to 17, and I think you're feeling pretty good about yourself going into the fourth. But if Buckhannon can potentially draw the foul on Pinkney or simply just play their style of game, control the tempo a little bit more, we could be down the road for a pretty competitive one tonight. And that'll be a steal. Pinkney, layup. It's no good. And that'll be back in the hands of the Buccaneers.
Well, you got to like in the first 30 seconds of this half, we've already drawn a foul and forced a turnover.
And there, that will be
Abel with the offensive board.
add another rebound for Buckhannon, but it will wound back up in the hands of the Minute Maids. Pinkney now dishing it off to Hunt. 3, no good.
Smith on the rebound. Trying to force a mismatch on that switch, and did so, but Abel not coming in.
Also worth noting, Dean back into the game as she was in some pain earlier in that second quarter. Sat out the latter half of it, but good to see that she's back on the court.
Absolutely. Not really sure what happened to her. She was holding her midsection, or it appeared from here.
Could have been something as simple as getting the breath knocked out of her. But that happened to me a lot in my, oddly enough, baseball days.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was a catcher, and I was a very tiny one.
Okay. Yeah, that will happen. That was a Buckhannon foul there. I missed who that was on.
Well, we do have a highlight of it, or we're back to replays now, thanks to Caden, who figured out what we changed.
Yeah, Caden's a troubleshooter.
Caden can do it all. He's good on the mic, good on the computer, and Bryn Hunt gets called on a walk there.
Yeah, kind of got her footwork screwed up there on the step back attempt, and if you don't do that right, that is a travel. I marvel at the modern basketball player in high school's footwork these days. Some of these things were considered impossible in my day. The Euro step was just a travel when I played.
Definitely something you see more and more in high school sports there, as the Euro step has become infamously popular.
Buckhannon patient with the ball here, trailing by 8.
And that's Dean spinning and scoring 2
That's
for
a
the
nice
Buccaneers, as their lead is now only 6. And that ball goes out of bounds and into the hands of the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Lewis County just a little bit sloppy with it there. You can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Goodwin to penetrate into the middle and kick it. Just didn't work out that time.
Full court man-to-man look still here for the Minute Maids. As that's Aubrey Key now.
Goodwin does a really good job.
Dean there draws the foul. I believe we're going to have one go on Egris, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not. I believe her second.
Attempts number 7 and 8 for Abel. Trying to cut it to 4. She misses one. I'm sorry, that was Dean. My bad.
Rebound there for Pinkney as we're going to have a little bit of transitional offense here. That's a good one. Slowing it down. Pinkney, 3. It's off the rim and the backboard, but it will go out.
You think the crowd knows that she's 3 away? Everyone held their breath. There was an audible gasp when they missed.
There's, I'd say a good 40 to 50, maybe even 60% of them know it. And that's a 3 for Key. It's no good. Rebound by Abel there. Good board. And that is going to end up on the floor, and Paget will come away with it. Another look. Pass inside to Curry. She's got 2. Her second layup of the night.
Tremendous pass. Great finish.
And that's going to get another pass that's jumped, and we're up against the floor. Pinkney looking to drive, and she'll pick up the foul. Good chance to maybe get some nerves off of her as she can go to the line and shoot 2. Just by making 1, it puts her to where she would only need a layup.
Yeah,
to hit her mark.
Sometimes you just need an early one to go for. You need an easy one to go for you, and then you're kind of out of a little slump, just like in baseball.
I think that's one of the mental things that gets a lot of people, like even like with the score, you see that your team's down by 3, and you immediately think, shoot a 3, we're tied. But a lot of the times, just taking the safer option, cutting the lead down to 1, and getting it on the next possession is your better option.
That's career point 999 for Ella Pinkney. You can kind of feel the crowd waiting for sure. I mean, there's a sense of anticipation in here.
I'd be curious to know how much of the student section knows what's going on. We know Caden is, so we can assume anybody beside Caden also knows.
One would hope with his experience up here in the booth, he's just wanting to tell everybody.
I'd say he is. Inbound pass, and they're looking for Key there. That'll be kicked out to Abel. 3, it's no good, and that'll be in the hands of Paget. Fast break opportunity, pass up to Curry, and tipped, bobbled, and she'll be on the floor with it, and we're going to have a jump ball, I believe. And that's possession arrow Buccaneers.
Yeah, that was kind of a repeat of that good one, or the Pinkney to Curry pass earlier, but just couldn't quite hook up on that one. It means that the concept they're working for there is working. That's good.
One. Curry. 3. It's good. And I believe she's up to 7 points for the night.
Yeah, you know what I've said about this team on several occasions. Buckhannon cheats themselves out of a fast break opportunity with the timeout. I say that if Addie Curry's scoring 7 points, the Maids have a really good chance to win. I mean, she is a really key secondary player for the Maids, and she's really made some strides throughout the season.
I think it is worth noting just how much more depth the Minute Maids have than the Lady Buccaneers. We've seen a total of 6 players play tonight for the Buccaneers, and comparing that to, I mean, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe 9 different Maids score the ball.
Yeah.
So far in tonight's contest.
Everyone we've seen come in, with the exception of Egris, has scored.
I mean, when you just look at that number, really, I mean, just that extra depth that Lewis County has, and
Yeah, I
being
think
able to keep their guys out of foul trouble, as well as simply just keeping them well rested. That's
absolutely.
definitely going to make a difference here in the later parts of the third quarter and the fourth.
I think that depth is the reason you see the score at 35-22 with a 13-point lead here for the Maids. You just eventually out lengthen the other team on fitness, and there are very few teams more fit than the Maids. It's kind of evidenced by watching Peyton Goodwin and Ella Pinkney come out for track just kind of on a lark and be just tremendous athletes.
I was actually looking through Max Preps today, or athletic.net. I hadn't realized that Ella Pinkney is the current record holder in school history for the 400-meter girls division.
I didn't know that. That's something I should have known, right?
But no, I think that just goes to show you what these Maids players are in terms of athleticism. They're gifted athletes, to say the least. And they're kicking it back out. What a pass there by Goodwin. A little bit of a no-look behind the head pass, if you will.
Yeah, they're trying to get her that ball in good situations to get those shots, and that was a good shot. Just can't get it to fall so far. Like to see her just take the ball to the basket, put someone on roller skates, and lay it in. And if you're the Maids, you're okay with the Bucks taking a long time, even if they score the ball up 11. Time is on your side.
With just over of 10 minutes total to play left in this game, I mean, really.
Play your game, be patient.
Yeah, it's not the correct sport, but take the air out of the basketball. Right. You don't need to rush it or.
Right, and in terms of playing keep away, you got to like our ability to play keep away on the outside in the fourth quarter. With Goodwin's ability to handle the ball and Pinkney's, Vincent gives you some of that. So does Henkel, Paget.
Curry thinks about it. She will. Her second three potentially. No. Rebound by Pinkney. Pinkney getting it over to Curry. Paget looking to get it over to Vincent. There, Pinkney floater off the rim, but
going to the free throw line.
That'll be back to the free throw line, and with two shots here, you gotta like her odds. Pinkney currently shoots 76% from the line, just right behind Peyton Goodwin's 80%. Definitely a very good free throw shooting team. They have four players over 70%. And there it is. That's the 1,000-point mark there, ladies and gentlemen. And we're getting a little extra applause, more than the normal you would get from a foul shot. But that one's a pretty big one. And
Absolutely.
That's 1,001, and we're going to burn a timeout so we can celebrate this moment.
Yeah. The 1,000th and 1,001st points coming with 1:57 to go here in the third quarter against rival Buckhannon Upshur. Hasn't been her best game of the year. I'm sure she'll be the first person to tell you. But, man, that feels good. Congratulations, Ella Pinkney. Parents join her on the floor there. That's Ben and Brittany Pinkney.
Definitely a special moment there for Ella Pinkney as she joins a very exclusive club of 1,000-point scorers.
Yeah. Also moves the lead to the biggest it's been tonight for the Maids. Yep, I believe that makes her the fourth Minute Maids player to achieve the 1,000-point mark. And the second in 2 years. And we had Caden kind of mentioned there at halftime, Bryn Hunt's now 6 made three-pointers away from 200 for her career. And she likely would have been a 1,000-point scorer, too, if she didn't miss the first half of this year.
Rebound there for Vincent, and Maids will turn it back up. Goodwin driving, and that'll be hard off the backboard, and we're going to have a whistle. I believe that's going to go on Aubrey Key as Peyton Goodwin will go to the line.
And Lewis County just slowly pulling away.
And the foul line's where it appears to be happening as her first shot is good. I'm going to be completely honest, though. I mean, I feel like, 1,000 points is a big milestone for anybody's career. And at the end of the day, I don't really think they care where they get it. But, I mean, at home against Buckhannon, it doesn't get a little bit, not much better than that. Good one on the floor. And we're going to have a timeout again from Coach Nichols.
That's going to be Goodwin's 6th steal of the game. Just kind of looking over my stats here. Some that jump out at me are 6 steals, Goodwin, 3 steals, Pregame. You got 2 assists, Peyton, 2 assists, Ella Pinkney, 11 rebounds at this point for Alyssa Abel. And the rebound disparity is huge in Buckhannon's favor still, which says a lot for the Maids in general and their quality as a team to have a 15-point lead with that kind of rebounding disparity. Coming back out, Minute Maids will be Pinkney, Vincent, Goodwin, Pregame, and Hunt. Buckhannon counters with Aubrey Key, Taylor Feather, Harley Dean, Alyssa Abel, and Brooklyn Smith. Just Bill's.
Peyton, what looks to be a long 2, it's no good. Rebound Pinkney. Starting to see a little bit more of these offensive rebounds here. Bryn Hunt went out with the ball. Goodwin looking to take it inside, and we're going to have another whistle. I think this one's going on Feather. It is. Goodwin back to the line. And really, if we're just looking off the numbers, that's the person you want at the line right there.
Definitely, it's watching games for the Maids sometimes feel like you're just slowly watching the floor tilt in their favor. Bush checks in for Pregame. She'll take a little break. We got 4 games in 4 days. Got to get some rest in somewhere.
As she goes 5 for 6 now at the line tonight. And we're having a little bit of trouble getting across the press break, and that'll be stolen by Pinkney, and she'll put it in for 2.
There was a real display of basketball IQ there from Ella. It was one of those situations where the Buckhannon player was clearly going to try to throw it off of her feet and get the ball to bounce out of bounds. She just moved out of the way. Of course, we mentioned 4 games in 4 nights, but the Maids will be back in action tomorrow night at Bridgeport.
And another Big Ten matchup there for them.
Yep, and 2 more after that. Thursday, Pinkney with the 3 there as we were yapping. Held Buckhannon to 6 that quarter while we scored 20. So basically a repeat of the previous quarter as we spoke about earlier.
And that has moved the score now to a 22-point lead here for the Minute Maids with a quarter to go. As you mentioned earlier, they can really just play keep away here now if they want to.
Yeah.
They are not in any really rush.
Yeah, I'd expect to see the starters maybe for the first half of this quarter, and then slowly start filtering in. Probably see the whole roster tonight at some point if things continue to go well. It's no guarantee. I mean, I've seen stranger things happen here. And to finish out the Maid schedule, Liberty at Liberty on Thursday and at home North Marion on Friday. and they'll wrap up next Monday at Preston County with their final. It's 5 Big Ten games in 7 days. Buckhannon showing half-court pressure. I know we talk about it quite a lot on here, but Goodwin's toughness is just second to none.
Yeah, I was really just watching her slide across the floor there. I have no clue how she doesn't wear knee pads.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. That ball's poked away by Dean.
And Abel gets it to go for 2 for the Buckhannon Buccaneers. Vincent pulling what looks to be a long 2. It's good, and they are going to count that as 2.
Another great pass from Goodwin.
Pinkney's 3 goes in and out, and that'll be a rebound for Smith there, but she'll turn it over. Vincent now, long 2. It's no good, but that'll be off the hands of Pinkney, and back to the Buccaneers. Worth noting, Pinkney's still yet to pick up another foul since coming back in the second half.
Yeah, she's played very judiciously. Cheerleaders there making noise.
A lot of it. It's even loud up here, and that's not
We got
something that's often said.
got a lot of support here tonight, of course. We got the pep band, Mr. Allen Heath, Lise Moneypenny there with the cheerleaders. We had the Air Force Junior ROTC presenting the colors, and we had the choir under the direction of Mrs. Tina Kaiser singing the national anthem and doing a wonderful job. I love a live anthem.
It's definitely a full house tonight here of students scattered all across the building.
The band just brings so much. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of bodies. They're kind of chilling out right now with up 22, but they definitely bring something. Alan Heath does a great job with that group. Alan, a former classmate of mine, very proud of him.
That shot up and good there for Ali Key. Big pass up to Hinkle. And Hinkle's going to get called from a travel there.
Have you ever been playing a sport and you're like, you get the ball and you're so open, you just forget how to play the sport?
Yeah.
Able to Dean. Dean puts it in.
And that'll take the Minute Maids lead down to 18. But with 6:30 left, Maids still passing the ball around a little bit and playing some keep away. Hunt looking to drive. She's got a layup, and she's fouled by Dean.
Yeah. It's a lot of really intelligent veteran basketball players on this Lewis County team, know how to draw the foul. And it's really good to see Bryn driving to the basket. She's still been recovering from that extended illness, and it's good to see her feeling good enough to, get some bounce in her legs and move and get past some players and put up some shots that aren't threes. She's definitely leaving it all out on the court for the fans of Lewis County.
Her second shot will be good, and that will put the Minute Maids at 49. We have a whistle, and we had a 2-on-0 fast break there for the Buccaneers, but
That's another intelligent foul. You
Yeah,
don't commit that foul there, that's 2 points the other way, and you're not in danger of shooting free throws. Just
and not fouling with someone that is in foul trouble there.
right.
Sure, he's got one to give. So she does, keeping the fast break opportunity away from
Yeah,
Buckhannon. That ball going into Abel. Abel looking to drive, and she got an and one there opportunity off of Palin Hinkle.
it's definitely very intelligent there from Abel as well, exploiting the mismatch. Get the mismatch, get down low against the smaller player, and bully them. Dean with the rebound. Abel gets 2 more, cutting it to 15. Whistle blows.
Curry now with the ball for the Minute Maids, and as soon as I say that, they pass it to Hunt.
She was
Back to
getting
basketball though.
She was getting a little bit close to that 5-second call right there. Once again, Hunt goes in, draws the foul.
And she'll be back to shooting 2 more at the line there for the Minute Maids, as the foul will go on Smith there for the Lady Buccaneers.
That is Smith's 3rd foul. Oh, here's historic night here at Lewis County High School.
Definitely not a milestone and stuff that you see every night, and getting to play Buckhannon's not even something you see every night. So
right, exactly.
It happens twice a year in the basketball court.
And I got to say, I love covering milestones like that, sectional wins stuff. It just feels so great to be a small part of this special moment in these young people's lives. I truly treasure those moments, and also just beating Buckhannon.
That always does.
Oh, a little extracurricular there. Technical foul on, and Dean it gets another one and is ejected from the game.
Hey, it's not a true 33 rivalry if somebody's not getting mad or ejected or something. Glad to see it's not one of our own, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, got a little bit tangled up. Got a little bit of extracurricular activities that you don't want to see. Got the technical foul. Dean flashed the double thumbs up and drew the second technical foul in short order. The officials are conferring.
And she is still exchanging words with the referee.
Wow. Had to be separated by a teammate.
And she will sit at the very end of the bench as she is done for the night.
We're going to have 4 free throws coming for the Maids, followed by possession, if I understand this properly.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just seen was what kind of drew some of the extra tension there from Dean and the referees, as we have Bryn Hunt going to shoot the foul shots for the Minute Maids.
That is
some of the Lady Buccaneers starting to show some signs, just body language stuff that some of them seem to be checking out in tonight's ball game, as Bryn Hunt gets the first 2 to go with 2 more shots left.
Three for 3. These are some of the most vociferous reactions to made free throws I've ever seen.
That is true. Been a lot of celebrations after free throws tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Brent Hunt last year whose free throw percentage was in the 90s.
Yeah, unbelievable. Just all around good shooter. And that does move the lead back to 20 and gets the Lewis County crowd back into it.
That is definitely something if you were just kind of just chilling around
I
the stands, you're definitely paying attention now with some heated moments there between the two teams and a little bit of the referees.
I very much expect whistles to be quick. That's a referee's timeout. I'm not sure what's happening here, folks.
Someone's upset. I don't know who it is, though. I can hear yelling, but I can't figure out who it's from.
It appears, is that a fan?
I believe, yeah, he's talking to a fan.
And we're going to have some law enforcement intervention here, I believe.
And the student section could not like this anymore, I don't think. They're having a blast. And I don't think
All right.
he's gonna.
He hasn't been ejected.
He's
just
not
to be
ejected,
clear.
but we are gonna have Officer Lefevre just sit by him, which is definitely kind of funny.
As Goodwin puts in 2 more. I expect any physicality here to be met with a quick whistle. The officials are going to be very key to not let this get out of control here. We're at 4.5 minutes to go. Abel lays one in.
We still have the starting 5 out, with the exception of Curry being in for Pinkney.
Definitely using these last few minutes to get some rest, being judicious.
Goodwin driving, and that'll be off the glass and in the hands of the Buccaneers, and we've got another whistle.
Could be a very long 3 minutes and 45 seconds. We're trying to keep an eye on several different things from the booth up here, and we're kind of getting sidetracked from what's going on between the lines down there. You know, the stuff that matters.
Well, from what I'm seeing right now, we've got our very own Carrie Lambert, I'm sorry. I'm still talking with a little bit of a cold, who is escorting the fan that was having some troubles with the referee out of our building.
Yeah, that is what we saw there. And that's part of the reason we have Deputy Lefevre here as our prevention resource officer. A great guy, very well liked.
I've told him this before. I truly believe he looks like Cooper Kupp with glasses.
I get that. I also think he has his name is Tommy Lefevre. He sounds like a cop in a 70s TV show.
I understand that too. But no, definitely a well-liked guy around here, and we get to spend most of the day with him.
I always enjoy the time I spend talking to him at games and stuff.
Good one, floater. She's got it. And that'll put the Minute Maids lead back to 22, which ties the largest. And we've got a timeout from Buckhannon, and it is full length.
Yeah. Jim is definitely buzzing for several different reasons right now. Got some Lewis County fans heading to their cars.
Got to beat the traffic.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's too bad, but by the time I'm out of here, everyone's gone. So, you know, after interviews and doing some stats. And again, I want to thank you, Zane, for having me up here with you. Looking forward to moving on to baseball and softball seasons. Should be a lot of fun.
Oh, Dusty, do you know you're on the LCN advisory board?
I am.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I had been told that there by Mrs. White. It's one of my favorite positions. I mean, I really enjoy working with you guys up here. And to see how far you guys have come since you started last year, it's very amazing. Like, you guys have developed a feel for this. This is not easy. and you're always trying to hit a moving target. It's live. And LCN and Mrs. White doing a great job with you guys. All right, our Love Fest is over. Back to the game.
And that's Bryn Hunt 3 as it is off the marks there. That'll go to the possession of Buckhannon as just under 3 minutes left in tonight's contest. Seeing Buckhannon go a little bit deeper into their bench now as Westfall checking in for the first time tonight.
Lewis County's foot remains on the gas, however.
You know, I really love this call by Coach Nichols, if I'm being completely honest. This is a rival. I don't see any need to let the foot off the gas.
Yeah, I mean, understand that may be revisited upon you at some point, but that's the breaks.
Lewis County still showing pressure on full court, but Buckhannon Upshur able to beat it that time.
It just feels like Goodwin's always behind you.
Not a player you want to be behind.
Oh, Abel knocks down a 3. Once again, the officer is contacted. Not sure what this is about.
I didn't see any fans that appeared to be making their presence known, but
okay.
And we're gonna have another ejection. Man, this is interesting. And of course, we've got the student section cheering again because they're students and fans getting ejected is kind of what they're here for.
We kind of still have eyeballs on that incident. Moving screen on Egress. Oh, that's 5 on her. I thought it was 4.
I think she is probably the happiest fouled out player I have ever seen. Not something we've mentioned too much tonight, but this is her old team. We surely mentioned that a lot when it was Maxwell playing against Buckhannon.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know if she took it personal or if she just had a good game, but man, she shot the lights out that game.
I have a hard time believing that Kenna took it personal, honestly. She just played basketball, man.
Something that she is very good at.
Lewis County calls off the dogs.
Yep, and we are going to have a whole new fleet of Lewis County players coming in.
Yeah, it's number 35, Shirley Lohr, Palin Hinkle, 10, Morgan Curry, 34, 2, Eliza Bush, and 24, Daniela Almina Vizcaez.
I'm
the only
calling her Daniela for the time she's in because
yeah.
I'm really sorry, but I can't pronounce that.
I believe it's Vizcaez. I believe I did say it wrong, but I'm willing to try it.
From I have gathered, she is our foreign exchange student.
Yeah, she's from Spain, yes.
From also what I've learned, or inferred at least, I think she lives on an island somewhere in Spain.
Huh. I haven't really talked to her much. Should probably get around to that. Morgan Curry wide open there.
Big pass over to Daniela. It gets jumped by Feather. Feather looking to turn it other way for 2. And that'll be off the glass too hard. Out of bounds. Staying with the Buccaneers. And we're going to have a complete sub out here for the Buccaneers as we're going to have number 4, Madeline Tucker come in. Number 10, Christine Fry. Number 24, Gracie Jerwig. And number 21, Braylon
Gowdy.
Gowdy, thank you.
No problem.
That's Gowdy now. She shoots no good. Rebound Curry. These players on the court now aren't exactly unfamiliar from seeing each other. They were playing each other just a little over an hour ago.
Yeah, it's kind of a repeat of the first few quarters of the JV game when Bush was given some minutes, as was Hinkle. Speaking
And
of
Bush
Bush.
will jump that pass, and she's got a one-on-one fast break opportunity. Spinning, shooting, just a little too hard there. As we're going to try to get a jump ball called, I believe, and that'll stay with the Minute Maids.
11
With
seconds to go.
just 11 seconds left to go. Your hometown Minute Maids up by 21. I imagine after the inbound pass, they're just going to hold on to it, but
And with this win, that's 2 wins against Buckhannon. That's beating Elkins. We are the Queens of Route 33.
definitely something to be proud of. I personally think that needs to be displayed somewhere in our gym. Like every year we've won Route 33. I think
I
that'd
agree. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
be
all
something
about that.
interesting to look at. With that being said, that is your final. Lewis County Minute Maid 62.
Whoa.
Buckhannon
We got an
33.
incident happening on the
And
court.
we have a finger being pointed into the face, and we've got 2 cops coming out, and we're going to have another Buckhannon Upshur guy escorted. Man, that makes 3. This is a good night to broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm loving it up here.
Never seen somebody come running across the floor.
I would like to thank everybody who's helped us today, most especially Dusty Metzger here, who's already took off his headset, but couldn't thank him enough. It wouldn't have been able to be possible without him. Miss White, who ran the camera, Caton Smith, who came and helped just about anything random we needed, plus the halftime interview. And along with all that, I'm Zane Stewart, and we are going to be signing off for tonight. Please join us in the later broadcasters, maybe throughout this week.